Beneath the endless blue, where sunlight fears to tread, lie secrets that have been swallowed by time. Forgotten cities, sunken ships, treasures lost to the relentless tides, waiting, patiently, for someone to remember. Underwater archaeology is the study of human history preserved beneath the waves. Unlike any other form of archaeology, the ocean both protects and conceals, turning wrecks into time capsules and cities into ghostly memories. It is estimated that over 3 million shipwrecks rest beneath the world's oceans. Each one tells a story: merchants and explorers, pirates and navies, civilizations that thrived and fell. Every artifact recovered offers a glimpse into lives that shaped our history. In 2018, divers uncovered the remains of a Roman ship off the coast of Sicily, carrying wine amphorae, olive oil jars, and the remnants of a bustling trade network stretching across the Mediterranean. These discoveries are not just treasure hunts, they are bridges to understanding humanity's past. Yet the ocean is not a gentle archivist. Currents, storms, and decay wage constant war on history. Every dive is a battle against time itself. Some treasures are lost forever, hidden by the tides, and only the bravest or the most skilled archaeologists dare to search for them. And sometimes, the ocean guards more than artifacts. It guards stories of human triumph, tragedy, and the fragility of life itself. Modern technology has revolutionized underwater archaeology. Sonar mapping, underwater drones, and high-resolution imaging have transformed the impossible into the achievable. We can now uncover cities, map wrecks, and reveal histories once thought lost forever. What was once invisible to the human eye is now illuminated layer by layer, pixel by pixel, revealing the complexity and beauty of civilizations that dared to build by the water's edge. The ocean teaches us humility. It reminds us that time does not wait. Civilizations rise and fall, treasures are lost and found, yet the human story endures. Underwater archaeology is more than science. It is a testament to memory, to resilience, and to the eternal allure of discovery. For every sunken city, for every shipwreck, for every treasure lying in silence beneath the waves, there is a story that wants to be told, and we are listening. For thousands of years, the ocean has held its secrets tightly. Beneath the surface, beyond the reach of sunlight, lie fragments of human history that have been waiting patiently to be discovered. These are not just old objects or forgotten ships. They are pieces of stories, of lives lived, of ambitions pursued, and of civilizations that rose and fell long before we even walked the earth. The sea has acted as both a protector and a silent thief. It preserves what the winds and rains would destroy on land. Yet it can swallow entire cities and vessels in moments, leaving behind only whispers of the past. Imagine a city built thousands of years ago, bustling with life, markets filled with merchants, children playing along narrow streets, and temples reaching toward the sky. Now imagine that city slowly sinking beneath the waves, not because of war or invasion, but through nature's quiet, unstoppable hand. Earthquakes, rising waters, or shifting sands can hide entire metropolises under layers of ocean. Yet, beneath that water, the city waits, as if frozen in time, its streets, statues, and buildings whispering secrets to anyone brave enough to listen. Shipwrecks, too, tell stories that are just as powerful. Every wooden hull, broken mast, and scattered cargo is evidence of journeys made, risks taken, and sometimes lives lost. These vessels were once alive with the sound of sailors shouting orders, waves crashing against their sides, and the creak of timbers under pressure. Over time, the water claims them, covering them with sand, coral, and silt, transforming what was once a symbol of human ambition into a monument of silence. Yet even in silence, they speak. They speak of trade networks that spanned continents, of explorers who dared to chase the horizon, and of cultures that connected the world long before modern communication existed. The magic of underwater archaeology is that it allows us to hear these voices. Each artifact recovered, each site mapped, is a bridge between the past and the present. A clay pot, encrusted with centuries of salt and marine life, can reveal what people ate, what they traded, and how they lived. A ship's anchor, corroded but still strong, can tell us about the technology of an era and the perils of the open sea. And even more than that, these discoveries allow us to imagine the people behind them. Fishermen, merchants, priests, sailors, and children, each one leaving a mark on history that would otherwise be lost. The ocean covers more than 70% of our planet, yet only a tiny fraction has been explored. That means countless stories remain hidden, some of which could rewrite what we know about our own history. For example, the city of Heracleion, once a thriving Egyptian port, disappeared beneath the Mediterranean more than 1,000 years ago. When it was finally discovered, archaeologists found enormous statues, temple ruins, and hundreds of ships frozen in time, each object providing clues about trade, religion, and daily life in a world we could only imagine until then. This discovery was not just remarkable because of its scale, but because it reminded the world how much history remains beneath the waves, waiting for someone to uncover it. Underwater sites are unique in the way they preserve human achievement. Unlike land-based archaeology, where buildings decay and organic material is often lost, water can protect delicate objects for centuries. Organic materials like wood, textiles, and even food remnants survive when buried under sediment, offering a glimpse into details of life that would be impossible to find elsewhere. In some cases, entire streets, marketplaces, or ports remain intact under layers of sand and silt, revealing urban planning, engineering skills, and cultural practices that were thought to have vanished forever. Yet the sea is a double-edged sword. While it preserves, it also demands patience, skill, and courage. Currents can shift without warning, storms can erase evidence, and marine life slowly reclaims every surface. Underwater archaeology is not merely about finding objects, it is about careful excavation, understanding fragile environments, and respecting a history that belongs to the world. Each dive is a journey into the unknown, a mix of anticipation, discovery, and reverence for the stories lying beneath the waves. And perhaps the most profound element of all is the connection it creates. When we watch divers uncover a centuries-old ship or an entire submerged city, we are reminded that history is not just dates and names. It is the story of humans, of their dreams, struggles, and ingenuity. Underwater archaeology allows us to witness these stories in their most raw and authentic form, as if the ocean itself is handing us a key to the past. It challenges us to imagine, to wonder, and to respect the fragile thread that connects all civilizations. Every discovery beneath the sea is a reminder that the past is not lost. It waits quietly, patiently, ready to reveal itself to those who dare to explore. The ocean, in its vastness, holds the memories of countless generations, offering us not just artifacts, but a chance to understand ourselves, our origins, and the world we inherited. And as the waves gently sway over ancient ruins and shipwrecks, one thing becomes clear. History may sink beneath the tides, but it never truly disappears. Beneath the waves lie cities that once thrived with life, now resting in silence under layers of sand and water. These are not just remnants of buildings. They are echoes of entire civilizations frozen in time. Imagine walking through bustling streets, watching markets filled with traders exchanging goods, children running between houses, and temples standing tall with their walls adorned in carvings. Now imagine all of this slowly slipping beneath the ocean, lost to the tides and currents, yet preserved in a hidden underwater world, waiting for someone to uncover its story. The city of Thonis Heracleion, submerged off the coast of Egypt for more than 1,000 years, is one of the most striking examples. Once a thriving port connecting Egypt to the Mediterranean, it was swallowed by the sea in the late antique period. When archaeologists finally located it, they found massive statues of gods and kings, temples still standing, and hundreds of ships resting in perfect formation. Each object told a story of trade, religion, governance, and daily life. The city had vanished from the maps and histories of the world, but beneath the waves it had remained, patiently preserving the past. Submerged cities are often hidden by natural forces. Earthquakes, rising sea levels, and shifting sands can erase entire metropolises from view almost overnight. Yet, ironically, these same forces also protect what remains, Buried under layers of sediment, streets, temples, and artifacts can survive almost perfectly for centuries. Organic materials like wood, cloth, and even food can remain intact when shielded from oxygen and sunlight, providing an insight into the lives of ordinary people, not just rulers and warriors. Archaeologists can study these items to understand how communities live, what they value, and how they adapted to the challenges of their time. One of the most fascinating aspects of underwater cities is their ability to reveal trade networks and cultural connections that might otherwise be forgotten. For example, a single amphora or clay jar recovered from a sunken harbor can show where it was made, what it carried, and even which civilizations were trading with one another. These seemingly small discoveries can transform our understanding of history, showing how people communicated, traveled, and shared knowledge long before modern technologies existed. Each find acts as a clue, a piece of a puzzle that helps historians reconstruct the broader picture of the ancient world. Exploring submerged cities requires more than just courage. It demands patience, precision, and a deep respect for history. Divers navigate fragile environments, often working in low visibility, strong currents, or cold waters. Every movement must be deliberate, as even a small mistake can damage centuries-old structures or scatter precious artifacts. Unlike land-based archaeology, where structures can be carefully excavated over months or years, underwater archaeology faces constant pressure from the environment. The sea does not wait. Waves, tides, and marine life continuously reshape the landscape, meaning archaeologists must balance speed with care. Technology has transformed the way we uncover these hidden cities. Advanced sonar mapping allows researchers to see beneath the surface without disturbing fragile sites. Remote-operated vehicles can explore areas too deep or dangerous for human divers, capturing high-resolution images and videos that reveal details invisible to the naked eye. 3D modeling brings these sites to life, enabling historians and the public alike to visualize how cities may have appeared when they were alive with activity. By combining these technologies with traditional archaeological methods, we can explore submerged cities in ways that were once impossible, revealing both the beauty and complexity of civilizations long gone. Yet, despite modern tools, much remains a mystery. Why did some cities sink while others survived? What stories have been lost forever to the depths? Every submerged city is a reminder of nature's power and humanity's fragility. It is also a testament to human ingenuity and resilience, showing how communities thrived, adapted, and built in ways that continue to inspire awe today. The study of underwater cities is not just about uncovering the past. It is about connecting with it. When we watch divers navigate the ruins of a city, examining a weathered statue or a sunken dock, we are witnessing history in motion. We see the ambitions, struggles, and triumphs of people who lived thousands of years ago. Their lives, frozen beneath the waves, continue to teach us about culture, community, and survival. We learn not only about their achievements, but also about their challenges, reminding us of the enduring relationship between humans and the natural world. Submerged cities also serve as a warning. Rising seas, shifting coastlines, and climate events have shaped human history for millennia. Today, as modern cities face threats from floods and storms, these ancient underwater metropolises remind us that even the mightiest civilizations can fall if they do not respect the forces of nature. They are lessons written in stone and sand, waiting for us to understand before it is too late. In the end, exploring these lost cities is a journey of imagination, discovery, and connection. Every dive into the blue is a journey back in time, a chance to witness life as it once was, and a reminder that history is not confined to books. It lives beneath our oceans, waiting to tell its stories. The streets, temples, and harbors of submerged cities may lie silent, but their echoes reach us across the centuries, inviting us to listen, learn, and wonder. Every stone, every artifact, every shipwreck is a message from the past, urging us to remember that human history is far more vast and intricate than we can ever imagine. The story of shipwrecks stretches across every ocean, from the calm waters of the Mediterranean to the storm-tossed coasts of the Atlantic. Each ship that rests beneath the waves carries a story of human ambition, courage, and sometimes tragedy. They are floating fragments of the past, frozen at the moment disaster struck or at the end of a long journey. Yet even in their silent decay, they tell us about the world as it once was, how people traveled, traded, explored, and sometimes gambled everything on the unpredictable seas. Shipwrecks are more than just old vessels. They are time capsules. Imagine a merchant ship filled with amphorae of olive oil, wine, and grain, built for long voyages across vast oceans. When it sank, these containers, often decorated with inscriptions or stamps, became frozen records of trade, commerce, and connections between civilizations. Archaeologists can study them to understand what goods were in demand, which regions exchanged products, and even how ancient economies functioned. Each artifact is a key, unlocking details about everyday life, distant trade networks, and the ambitions of the people who built and sailed these ships. Not all shipwrecks are commercial. Some belong to explorers who chase the horizon, seeking new lands and new opportunities. Others were warships caught in battles that determined the fate of empires. Each wreck holds evidence of strategy, technology, and human resilience. Cannons encrusted with coral, shattered hulls, and scattered weaponry tell stories of clashes and conflicts long forgotten, yet preserved with remarkable detail beneath the water. In some cases, entire fleets were lost in a single storm or battle, leaving behind a graveyard of history waiting to be understood. The discovery of shipwrecks can also rewrite history. In 2015, researchers uncovered a 16th century Portuguese ship off the coast of Oman, carrying hundreds of artifacts, including navigational instruments, ceramics, and personal belongings. The find revealed not only the extent of maritime trade in the Indian Ocean, but also the dangers faced by sailors who navigated unfamiliar waters without modern maps or technology. Each wreck reminds us that history is not static. It evolves as new evidence emerges, challenging our assumptions and expanding our understanding of the past. What makes underwater shipwrecks particularly fascinating is how well the sea can preserve them. In the right conditions, wood, textiles, and even fragile items like paper or parchment can survive for centuries. Sediment and cold, oxygen-poor waters act as natural shields, slowing decay and protecting details that would have vanished on land. This preservation allows archaeologists to study construction techniques, cargo contents, and even personal effects of the crew. A simple comb, a coin, or a piece of clothing can reveal social structures, trade routes, and cultural connections, offering insight into lives that might otherwise have been lost forever. Exploring shipwrecks is not without risk. Currents, shifting sands, and unpredictable weather make diving into these sites a challenge. Every excavation must be done with patience and care, as even a single misstep can destroy fragile artifacts or disturb centuries of history. Divers must balance the thrill of discovery with the responsibility of preservation. Unlike land excavations, the environment is constantly changing, and time is never on the archaeologist's side. Every dive is a race against nature, with rewards that go far beyond the treasures themselves. Shipwrecks are also reminders of human ambition and vulnerability. They show how people have always pushed boundaries, seeking wealth, knowledge, or adventure, often at great risk. Yet they also reveal the limits of human control, how quickly the sea can claim what was once considered secure. These submerged vessels are monuments to both daring and caution, illustrating the unpredictable forces that shaped human history. Technology has opened new doors in the study of shipwrecks. Sonar mapping, remotely operated vehicles, and 3D imaging allow researchers to explore wrecks in ways that were unimaginable just a few decades ago. Entire ships can be reconstructed digitally, revealing their design, cargo, and even the way they sank. By combining modern technology with traditional archaeological methods, historians can uncover stories that have been hidden beneath the waves for centuries, bringing the past into sharp focus. But shipwrecks are not just about objects or construction. They are about people. Every vessel carried men and women with hopes, dreams, and fears. Their belongings, preserved by the sea, offer intimate glimpses into their lives. From the tools they used to the letters they may have carried, each item is a reminder that history is personal. Shipwrecks make the past tangible, connecting us to experiences that are both distant and profoundly human. In the end, shipwrecks beneath the ocean are more than relics. They are storytellers. They tell of commerce and exploration, war and survival, ambition and loss. They reveal how civilizations interacted, how people pushed the boundaries of their world, and how fragile life can be when faced with the forces of nature. By studying these vessels, we are not only uncovering objects, we are listening to the voices of those who came before us, understanding their triumphs, their struggles, and their place in the long, intricate story of humanity. Every shipwreck is a chapter in the history of the sea, a record of journeys taken and lives shaped by the waters that cover our planet. And as we continue to explore these sunken worlds, each discovery deepens our connection to the past, reminding us that even in silence, history is waiting to speak. Underwater archaeology is a world full of beauty, mystery, and discovery, but it is also a world of immense danger and challenge. Unlike archaeology on land, where structures can be carefully studied and excavated over months or years, the sea presents an environment that is constantly changing, unpredictable, and unforgiving. Every dive into a sunken city or shipwreck is a test of skill, patience, and courage. The ocean can protect history, but it can just as easily erase it. Currents can shift in an instant, carrying away sand that protects ancient ruins or destabilizing fragile structures. Strong waves can break apart vessels that have rested for centuries, scattering artifacts across the seabed. Storms, sudden temperature changes, and even tides create conditions that make every dive a race against time. Unlike explorers on land, divers cannot simply return when it is convenient. Each descent is carefully timed and meticulously planned, often relying on the smallest windows of calm to access delicate sites. The risks extend beyond nature. Divers must contend with limited visibility, cold temperatures, and the physical demands of maneuvering underwater. Working at depths where pressure can be extreme, they must carefully monitor every breath, every movement, and every tool they use. One wrong turn, one miscalculation, could damage centuries-old structures, destroy artifacts, or endanger human life. Yet despite these dangers, archaeologists continue to explore, driven by curiosity and the chance to uncover history that has been hidden for generations. Every sunken site presents its own unique set of challenges. Shipwrecks, for example, may be scattered over wide areas with parts of the vessel broken apart and buried under layers of sediment. Divers must carefully map each site before touching anything, creating detailed plans that guide excavation. Submerged cities, on the other hand, often involve complex structures like temples, streets, and marketplaces, where every stone and artifact is interconnected. Removing a single object incorrectly could disturb the balance of an entire site, making careful methodology essential. Time is never on the archaeologist's side. Sediment slowly shifts, marine life grows over exposed surfaces, and water currents can erode fragile structures. Sometimes, entire sections of a city or ship are lost to sudden collapses or storms. Preservation is a constant concern, and many artifacts must be treated immediately after recovery to prevent deterioration once they are removed from the protective environment of the ocean. Conservators work closely with divers to ensure that every discovery is not only found, but also preserved for study and for the world to see. Despite the challenges, the work is driven by the stories these sites hold. Imagine uncovering the remains of a merchant ship with its cargo perfectly preserved in the sand. Each jar, each tool, each piece of personal belonging speaks of a life long gone. A sunken city may reveal streets filled with shops, homes, and temples, providing a snapshot of daily life as it existed centuries ago. The danger and difficulty of accessing these sites make every discovery all the more meaningful because it is a victory over both time and nature. In addition to physical challenges, underwater archaeologists must also navigate legal and ethical considerations. Many sites lie in international waters or within the territorial waters of countries with their own regulations regarding heritage and ownership. Archaeologists must work carefully to ensure that discoveries are handled responsibly, respecting both history and modern laws. looting and illegal salvage operations remain threats, making careful documentation and international cooperation vital. Every artifact recovered is not just an object. It is a piece of humanity's collective story, and protecting it is as important as discovering it. The dangers of underwater archaeology also highlight the dedication of those who choose this path. Divers often spend long hours beneath the waves, returning repeatedly to the same site to carefully uncover structures, map their surroundings, and retrieve artifacts. The work requires focus, discipline, and an almost meditative patience. At times, discoveries are painstakingly slow, with only small fragments revealed in a single dive. Yet these fragments often hold immense historical significance, proving that persistence and care can illuminate entire chapters of human history. Technology has helped mitigate some of these dangers, but it has not eliminated them. Remotely operated vehicles and sonar mapping allow archaeologists to explore areas that would be too dangerous for human divers, creating detailed images of wrecks and submerged cities. However, even with advanced tools, human skill is essential. The ability to interpret structures, identify artifacts, and understand subtle environmental changes cannot be replaced. The partnership between human expertise and technological innovation allows archaeologists to push the boundaries of discovery while managing the risks inherent to the underwater world. Ultimately, the challenges of underwater archaeology reveal why its discoveries are so extraordinary. Every sunken ship, every submerged city, every artifact retrieved represents a triumph over immense obstacles. The sea demands respect, patience, and courage, but it also rewards those who dare to explore with glimpses of a past that few have ever seen. By facing danger and embracing difficulty, archaeologists uncover not only objects but stories of human ambition, resilience, and creativity that continue to inspire and teach us today. The mysteries of the ocean have always captivated humanity, but it is modern technology that has truly transformed our ability to explore what lies beneath the waves. For centuries, the secrets of shipwrecks and submerged cities remained out of reach, hidden by depth, darkness, and danger. Today, advanced tools are allowing archaeologists to uncover history in ways that were once unimaginable, bringing the past to life with extraordinary clarity and detail. Technology has not replaced human curiosity, but it has magnified it, turning the impossible into a journey of discovery. One of the most powerful tools in underwater archaeology is sonar mapping. By sending sound waves into the ocean and measuring their return, researchers can create detailed images of the seabed without disturbing a single artifact. Entire shipwrecks, sunken streets, and submerged harbors can be visualized from above, giving archaeologists a map of hidden sites before they even dive. Sonar allows researchers to plan carefully, identifying the most promising areas while minimizing risk to fragile structures. It is a tool that opens doors to worlds that were invisible to the human eye for centuries. Remotely operated vehicles, or ROVs, have further expanded the possibilities. These robotic explorers can reach depths far beyond what human divers can safely manage. Equipped with high-definition cameras, robotic arms, and specialized sensors, ROVs can capture details of ship hulls, statues, and artifacts with remarkable precision. They can maneuver through tight spaces, navigate around delicate structures, and even retrieve small objects when conditions are too dangerous for humans. In some cases, these machines have uncovered entire fleets of sunken ships, revealing patterns and layouts that were previously unknown. Three-dimensional imaging has revolutionized the way archaeologists study underwater sites. Using laser scanning and photogrammetry, researchers can create digital reconstructions of shipwrecks and submerged cities. These reconstructions allow for detailed analysis of structures, cargo, and artifact placement, often revealing aspects of history that would be impossible to understand from scattered fragments alone. The ability to virtually explore these sites also makes it possible to share discoveries with the public, bringing history into classrooms, museums, and homes around the world. Through 3D models, we can walk the streets of ancient cities, navigate the decks of a sunken ship, and see the past as if it were alive today. Technology also plays a critical role in preservation. Many artifacts recovered from the ocean require immediate treatment to prevent deterioration once they leave the protective environment of water. Advanced chemical treatments, controlled storage environments, and careful documentation ensure that fragile objects, from wooden ship components to delicate pottery, survive for generations. Without these technological interventions, much of what we recover would crumble or decay, and countless stories of the past would be lost forever. Beyond tools and machines, technology has changed the way archaeologists approach research and collaboration. High-resolution imaging and digital databases allow experts from around the world to study underwater sites simultaneously, sharing insights and building a more complete picture of history. Remote access to data means that discoveries made in one corner of the globe can inform research thousands of miles away. This connectivity accelerates knowledge and encourages cooperation, ensuring that history is preserved not as a private possession, but as a shared heritage for all humanity. One of the most exciting aspects of modern technology is its ability to uncover surprises. For centuries, historians believed that certain shipwrecks or cities had been lost forever, erased by storms or rising seas. Now sonar scans or underwater drones can detect anomalies that hint at hidden treasures or forgotten settlements. A mound of sediment might conceal a Roman merchant ship, a sunken temple, or a collection of personal belongings waiting to tell its story. Technology allows these discoveries to happen safely and efficiently, while still retaining the thrill of adventure and the wonder of exploration. Yet, despite all the tools, the heart of underwater archaeology remains human. Technology provides the eyes and hands to explore the depths, but interpretation, insight, and imagination are what transform data into stories. When divers and researchers examine sonar images, ROV footage, or 3D models, they are not just cataloging objects, they are reconstructing the lives, ambitions, and challenges of the people who came before us. A single artifact, once brought to light, can reveal trade networks, cultural practices, or even personal moments frozen in time. Technology amplifies this understanding, but the connection to humanity is what makes it meaningful. The impact of these advancements goes beyond academia. By bringing the past into vivid detail, technology allows the public to experience underwater archaeology as never before. Virtual tours of submerged cities, interactive exhibits of shipwrecks, and high-definition footage of explorations make history tangible and engaging. People can see the beauty of coral-encrusted statues, the precision of ancient shipbuilding, or the layout of streets that have been underwater for centuries. This accessibility inspires curiosity, appreciation, and a deeper understanding of how the ocean has shaped human civilization. In the end, technology in underwater archaeology is a bridge. It connects us to the past, overcomes the challenges of the present, and preserves knowledge for the future. It allows us to explore the ocean's hidden worlds with respect and care, revealing stories that have waited for centuries to be told. Each sonar image, robotic dive, and 3D reconstruction is a key to a door we once thought permanently closed, inviting us to step inside and witness history as it unfolds beneath the waves. Through these tools, the past is no longer lost. It is alive, waiting to be discovered, studied, and remembered. Every artifact recovered, every shipwreck mapped, and every submerged city explored tells a story. But the most profound lesson of underwater archaeology is not only in the discoveries themselves, it is in what they teach us about humanity. Beneath the waves, history is preserved in its rawest, most intimate form, reminding us that the past is never truly lost. It is waiting patiently to connect us to lives, ambitions, and civilizations that shaped the world long before we existed. These remnants, silent yet powerful, carry messages that are as relevant today as they were centuries ago. Exploring the depths of the ocean allows us to see the ingenuity and resilience of people who built, traded, and lived near the water. Submerged cities reveal complex urban planning, evidence of advanced engineering, and cultural practices that suggest highly organized societies. Shipwrecks speak of trade networks that spanned continents, of explorers who risked everything to reach distant lands, and of the dangers that came with human ambition. Each object, from a simple clay jar to a massive statue, is a fragment of a story, a reminder that history is composed not only of kings and battles, but of everyday lives, hopes, and dreams. These discoveries also remind us of the fragility of human achievement. Entire cities have been claimed by rising waters or shifting sands, and fleets of ships have been swallowed by storms and tides. The ocean demonstrates the limits of human control, showing that no matter how powerful a civilization may appear, it is ultimately vulnerable to the forces of nature. Yet, in this vulnerability lies a powerful lesson. History is not permanent, but it is also not irretrievable. What is lost to time can often be found again, preserved by the same forces that threatened to erase it. Underwater archaeology is a testament to the human desire to remember, to uncover, and to understand. Every dive into the depths is an act of connection, bridging the centuries between us and those who lived long ago. As divers uncover a statue, a street, or a sunken ship, they are not only revealing objects, they are uncovering lives, communities, and moments that have waited silently beneath the waves. These discoveries give us a window into human creativity, ambition, and resilience, allowing us to reflect on both the accomplishments and the challenges faced by those who came before us. Beyond the objects themselves, underwater archaeology inspires a sense of wonder and imagination. It challenges us to consider how civilizations lived, worked, and interacted with their environment. What did life look like in a city that vanished beneath the Mediterranean? How did a crew on a sunken ship spend their days? And what dreams did they carry as they navigated the vast ocean? These questions transform each discovery from a static relic into a vivid story, engaging our minds and emotions. The ocean becomes a storyteller, and we are its attentive audience, learning from every sunken fragment and every preserved artifact. Preserving these discoveries is not just a matter of scientific interest, it is a responsibility. Many of the objects and sites recovered are fragile, requiring careful conservation to ensure that they survive for future generations. Archaeologists work closely with conservators, historians, and engineers to stabilize artifacts, prevent decay, and document findings with extreme precision. Each recovered item is a piece of humanity's collective memory, and every effort to protect it ensures that history remains accessible, tangible, and meaningful. The lessons of underwater archaeology extend far beyond academic study. They remind us that history is not confined to textbooks or museums. It lives beneath our oceans, in the structures, vessels, and objects left behind by those who came before us. These submerged stories teach us about cultural exchange, innovation, adaptation, and resilience. They show that the past is connected to the present, influencing how societies develop, how people trade, and how communities interact with the natural world. In a way, exploring the ocean is exploring ourselves, our ingenuity, our ambitions, and our shared heritage as a species. Perhaps most importantly, underwater archaeology is a reminder of hope and perseverance. Even after centuries of being hidden, lost, or forgotten, history can re-emerge. Sunken cities rise again through discovery, shipwrecks speak once more, and artifacts tell their stories anew. The ocean, which seemed to erase them, has preserved them instead, offering the world a second chance to understand, to learn, and to appreciate. It shows that even when history seems silent or lost, it is never truly gone. It is waiting for someone willing to listen. Every dive into the depths, every careful excavation, and every study of these underwater sites is an invitation to witness history firsthand. The ocean holds countless stories, some of them still undiscovered, others partially revealed. Each one teaches us about the creativity, determination, and humanity of those who lived before us. By uncovering these stories, we are reminded of the enduring impact of our own choices, the legacies we leave behind, and the importance of protecting the world's cultural heritage. In the end, underwater archaeology is not only about objects or structures, it is about memory, connection, and understanding. It allows us to hear voices from the past, to see lives and civilizations long gone, and to reflect on the fragile yet remarkable nature of human achievement. As we continue to explore the ocean's depths, we discover not only the history of others, but also a deeper understanding of ourselves. The sea holds its secrets, but it also offers the gift of remembrance, urging us to honor the past while inspiring the future. As the waves continue their endless rhythm, the ocean keeps its secrets close, guarding cities, ships, and stories that have waited centuries to be remembered. Beneath the surface lie whispers of human ambition, creativity, and resilience, remnants of lives that shaped the world in ways we are only beginning to understand. Every sunken ship, every submerged street, every artifact is a silent testament to the ingenuity and courage of those who came before us. And yet, it is not just a story of the past, it is a mirror reflecting our own curiosity, our own desire to connect, to understand, and to preserve what is precious before it disappears again. The ocean reminds us that history is alive, waiting patiently for those willing to dive into the unknown. It calls on us to remember, to honor, and to explore, not just with technology, but with care, imagination, and respect for the legacy left behind. Every discovery is a bridge between generations, a reminder that the past and present are intertwined beneath the waves, waiting to reveal their stories to anyone bold enough to listen. If this journey into the depths has inspired your curiosity, then join us in uncovering history. Subscribe, share, and continue exploring with us. Together we can witness the past, preserve its wonders, and inspire the future, one discovery at a time.